Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. And once again, this is General Jokor. And in this video, guys, we will discuss about the fourth pillar of the criminal justice system, which is the correction pillar. So later on, will discuss these topics, no. But before we start, now I would like to ask you to support this channel, guys. Please click the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell for your updates in our upcoming videos. So salamat guys. So this time, no, we will start our topic in this video, guys. Money. So the introduction to correction, and the next one is the correction pillar and its relationship to CGS. So these are the following subtopics nga mo nito ang i-discuss in our video. So let's start. What is correction? So correction refers to the treatment of offenders through a system of penal incarceration, rehabilitation, parole, and provision, or the administrative system by which these are effectuated. So ang correction, so siya ang responsible for the treatment of our offenders, no, the convicted criminals, through uh, uh, rehabilitation, by giving different programs, no, so that uh, inmates, no, when they return to society, no, they will become a law-abiding citizen. So that's the main role of the correction pillar. So next, what is penology? So penology came from penal, no, or Latin pena, or punishment, and the Greek suffix lohia, study of, is a subcomponent of criminology that deals with the philosophy and practice of various societies and their attempts to repress criminal activities and satisfy public opinion via an appropriate treatment regime for persons convicted of criminal offenses. So that is the penology, no. Then next one is, there are two forms of correction. So correction, duha na siya ka klase, no. First, kini gitawag og institutional based correction. So when we say institutional, refers to a forms of correction that is conducted or administered to prisoners or inmates while serving their sentence inside the prison or jail facilities. So ang kining institutional based correction, ang usa ka inmates, no, mag-serve sa iyang sentence through sa prison or sa jail, no, na facilities nga mag cater sa mga inmates, no, diya sa jail or prison. So inside the rehabilitation of the inmates diha sa sulod sa prison facilities or jail facilities. So the next one is the non-institutional based correction. So refers to also known as community-based correction. It is forms of punishment that keeps the offender in the community and out of prison. So ang rehabilitation sa mga offenders anhara sa community, no, dili sila isulod sa prisuhan or jail. So but naa sila mga rules, na sila mga regulations nga ilang i-follow, no, sa ilahang during sa ilahang punishment or sa ilang treatment, no. So ang kalahian lang gyud aning duha sa institutional o non-institutional. So when we say institutional, ang usa ka offenders, ang usa ka inmates i-rehabilitate sulod sa jail or prison facilities. So ang non-institutional based correction, ang usa ka convicted criminal or ang usa ka inmates i-rehabilitate through diara sa community, dili na isulod sa jail facilities, para mas ma-decongest pod, no, ang ato ang mga prison facilities. Kay we all knew nga ang ato ang mga correction facilities is overcrowding. So usa ni siya ka way nga ma-lessen no ang population sa ato ang prison facilities. So pero ang makaabil ani katulang mga less no mga less og mga sentence kining non-institutional based correction. And the next one is the three correctional departments. No, there are three. First, the Department of Justice or the DOJ, house the Bureau of Corrections or BUCOR, Parole and Probation Administration or PPA, and the Board of Pardon and Parole or BPP. The next one is the Department of Interior and Local Government or the DILG. So supervise the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, which runs the city, runs the city, municipal and district jails and the provincial jails through their respective provincial government. So ug ang BUCOR no o ang BUCOR under sa DOJ, ang BGMP under sa DILG. So sila ang direct supervision. Then next one kining DSWD or the Department of Social Welfare and Development. So the DSWD has Juvenile Justice Welfare Council, which oversees the rehabilitation of young offenders through the Bureau of Child and Youth Welfare, established in the regional level, no, regional rehabilitation center for the youth. So sa mga youthful offenders no na ang DSWD nga mo oversee for their rehabilitation. So for those young no nga offenders. Then so next, the categories of inmates. So ang kani inmates no, let us categorize. First kining gitawag prisoners. So or prisoner. Sa maning prisoner. So when you say prisoner, no, it refers to inmate who is convicted by final judgment by a criminal court. So natagaan gyud siya og final judgment na sentensyahan sa iyang kaso. Mo na gitawag og prisoner. Natagaan og final judgment or na convicted sa usa ka korte. Then detainee, so when you say detainee, it refers to inmate who is undergoing investigation, trial or awaiting for final judgment. So kung ang sa kaso sa katao no na charge og crime na undergo pa ginag investigation, ongoing pa investigation sa iyang kaso, ongoing pa ang trial or wala, waiting na siya for final judgment, ang tawag ana is detainee. So kung masentensyahan na, ma-convicted na, taga ng final judgment, mo na gitawag og prisoner. Then classification of prisoners. So let us classify no the prisoners. First, we have the insular prisoners. So when we say insular, no, one who is sentenced to a prison term of 3 years and 1 day to the reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. So the prisoner is under the supervision and control of the Bureau of Correction. So take note guys, the sentence no sa insular prisoners og lapas kina og 3 years no, 3 years and 1 day to reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, gitawag na siya og insular or national prisoners. So dunay authority to supervise, to rehabilitate ang BUCOR, no, Bureau of Correction, which is under the Department of Justice. So next, we have the provincial prisoners. So ang provincial prisoners, one who is sentenced to a prison term of 6 months and 1 day to 3 years. The prisoner is under the supervision and control of the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. So below 3 years sad no ang provincial prisoners. So which is under ni siya sa supervision sa BGMP or the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Then below 3 years ang iyahang sentence. Then next we have the classification of prisoners. So the city prisoners rather. So continuation siya. Ang city prisoners, one who is sentenced to a prison term of 1 day to 3 years, no. The prisoner is under the supervision of control of Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. So also kining city prisoners under gyapon ni sa BGMP. It's because ang yang prison term or sentence is below 3 years, only 1 day to 3 years. So under the supervision of BGMP. And the next one, the last one is the municipal prisoner. So, one who is sentenced to a prison term of 1 day to 6 months. So, maximum na siya 6 months. The prisoner is under the supervision of and control of BGMP. So, BGMP yapon is because below siya og 3 years. 6 months lang yung maximum. So, that is called municipal prisoner. So, those are the 4 classification of prisoners. First, the national or insular prisoners, the provincial prisoners, city prisoners, and the last one is the municipal prisoners. So, take note of that, guys, na ito ang classification of prisoners. The next one is the correction pillar and its relationship to CJS. So, the Bureau of Corrections, or BUCOR, upon receiving a convict, undertakes to perform two mandates, safekeeping and reformation of prisoners. So, munay sa ka-role, sa BUCOR. Then, what is safekeeping? So, safekeeping refers to the custodial component of BUCOR's present correction system, which ensures the public, including families of inmates and their victims. The national inmates are provided with their basic needs. So, tagaan na sila sa ilang basic needs completely. Incapacitated from further committing criminal acts and have been totally cut off from their criminal networks or contacts in the free society. So, while serving sentence inside the premises of the National Penitentiary. So, provide na sila sa ilang basic needs like food, clothing, and shelter. So, ang mga convicted criminals or ato ang mga inmates. Then, what is reformation? Reformation refers to the rehabilitation component of BUCOR's present correction system, which ensures the public, including families, inmates, and their victims, that the released national inmates are no longer harmful to the community by becoming reformed individuals prepared to live a normal and productive life upon reintegration mainstream society. So, kung ang safekeeping is hatag o safety sila so by providing their needs, ang reformation paghatag ni siya og pag-reform, paghatag og mga programs para ma-change ang ilang attitude, ang ilang mga behaviors, so that kung magawas na sila, makalaya na sila, mobalik na sila sa community, they will become a good, good citizen or good individual, og dili na sila mobalik og buhat og krimen. So that's the purpose of a reformation or rehabilitation of the BUCOR, So that's reformation. Then next we have the reformation of the national inmates includes the following. So mani ang mga pamaagi sa pag-reform sa atong mga inmates. First, by giving a moral and spiritual program. So maagi sila moral and spiritual program, Next, we have education and training program, work and livelihood program, sports and recreation program, health and welfare program, and behavior modification program to include therapeutic community. So these are the following programs that they will undergo, kung asa sila mupili asa sila mas ma-develop ana mga programs, so asa sila mag-excel, so i-develop sila para na when they return to society doon na sila mga skills, ma-develop ang ilang personal life, para ma-productive sila kung nana sila sa community. So to include therapeutic community, so appeal na po na sa program sa BUCOR and reforming the inmates. So next we have here the 7 operating correctional institutions, so under the Bureau of Correction. So mga national penitentiary, under sa BUCOR. So ang i-house din katong mga nag-sentence og more than 3 years to life imprisonment. So the 7 operating correctional institution. Correction in the Philippines started during pre-colonial times when the task was community-based. So it was only during Spanish regime that an organized corrective service was made operational. So the main penitentiary was all Bilibid Prison. So mapani sa una before, no, now Manila City Jail na siya in Oroquita City, Oroquita Street in Manila, which was established in 1847. So it was formally opened on April 10, 1866 by a royal decree. However, the following are the 7 legally recognized correctional institutions in the country. So mana before, but nowadays, na mana ni number 1, kining San Ramon Prison and Penal Farm. So the San Ramon Prison and Penal Farm was established on August 21, 1870 in Zamboanga to confine Muslims, rebels, and recalcitrant political prisoners opposed to the Spanish rule. And when the Americas talk in the 1900s, no, the Bureau of Prison was created through the Reorganization Act of 1905, Act number 1407, dated November 1, 1905, as an under Department of Commerce and Police. So it also paved the way for the re-establishment of San Ramon Prison in 1907, so which was destroyed in 1898 during Spanish-American War. It was placed under the auspices of the Bureau of Prisons and started receiving prisoners from Mindanao. So, kining San Ramon Prison and Penal Farm, so located na siya sa Zamboanga, no, sa Mindanao. Then next we have the Iwahig Prison and Penal Farm. So the prison was created by the Americans in 1904 in Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. So take note of the location, guys, ha, sa mga prison institution. Naan siya sa Palawan. So it was located in the westernmost part of the archipelago, far from the main town, to confine incorrigible, so mga incorrigible inmates with little hope of rehabilitation. So adto na ibutang sa Iwahig kay layo kay niya. Then the third one is the Correctional Institution for Women, no, sa mga women sa nga institution. This prison was created on November 27, 1929 in Mandaluyong City through Act number 3579. It is the only prison facility for women in the country. So nasa Mandaluyong, no, city within the Metro Manila. Then next we have the Davao Prison and Penal Farm. So located in Davao, syempre, no. The prison was opened on January 21, 1932 in Panabo City, Davao del Norte, no, through Act number 3732. So next we have the New Bilibid Prison. Ang New Bilibid Prison located na siya sa Muntinlupa, no. Na-establish siya in 1935 in the southern suburb of Muntinlupa, Rizal. So New Bilibid Prison, no, na dito ang kadaghanan sa mga national prisoners. Then next we have the Sablayan Prison and Penal Farm, no, located at Occidental Mindoro, no. The prison and penal farm was opened through Proclamation number 72 issued on September 26, 1994 in Occidental Mindoro. Sablayan Prison and Penal Farm. So the last one, no, the Leyte Regional Prison. The prison was created on Proclamation number 101 issued on January 16, 1973 in Abuyog, Southern Leyte. So muna ang Leyte Regional Prison located at Abuyog, Southern Leyte. So those are the national penitentiary, no, under the Bureau of Correction, the 7 correctional institution under the Bureau of Correction. So katutanan nga mga national or insular prisoners adto na doon. Now the sentence has more than 3 years. So take note this, guys, the Bureau of Prisons, no, was renamed as Bureau of Correction under the new Administrative Code of 1987 Proclamation. So ang before sa name sa Bureau of Correction, Bureau of Prison. But due to the new Administrative Code of 1987 Proclamation number issued on November 22, 1989, it is one of the attached agencies under the Department of Justice, no. Natas na siya sa DOJ relative to Republic Act number 10575 Bureau of Correction Act of 2013 was signed into law on May 24, 2013. The act sought to strengthen the Bureau of Correction and providing funds therefore. So take note of that, guys. Then next, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. So the BJMP through Republic Act 1670 has the following powers and functions. So the Jail Bureau has to exercise supervision and control over all city and municipal jails. So the provincial jail shall be supervised and controlled the provincial government within its jurisdiction. Host expenses shall be subsidized by national government for not more than 3 years after the effectivity of this act. So ang dunay responsible sa kinagitawag provincial or city and municipal jails, under na siya sa Bureau of Jail Management and Penology through the Republic Act 6975. Then similarly, based on BJMP Comprehensive Operation Manual revised 2015, BJMP has the following powers. So the BJMP exercises supervision and control over all district, cities, and municipal jails. As such, it shall ensure the establishment of secure, clean, adequately equipped sanitary facilities, and shall ensure the provision of quality services for the custody, safekeeping, and rehabilitation and development of district, city, and municipal inmates. Any fugitives from justice or person detained awaiting the undergoing investigation or trial and or transfer to the National Penitentiary, and or violent mentally ill person who endangers herself or the safety of others, as certified by the proper medical health officer pending transfer to a mental institution. So ang BJMP, so silang responsible to house and oversee to rehabilitate those offenders who are has a sentence of below 3 years, no, either municipal man siya, city or district, no. Sila ang responsible to oversee on that particular inmates or detainee ba na siya, no, sila ang responsible ana. So that's all, guys, no, our discussion about the fourth pillar of the criminal justice system, which is the correction pillar. So I hope, guys, that you learn something in this video, no, our short video. So see you on our next video, which is the last pillar of the criminal justice system, which is the community pillar. So thank you, guys, for the support, and bye bye.